Hey, how's it going? Kit here. Uh, another lesson. Um, Brought to you by Top Tech Boy, Paul McCorder. If you're interested in learning how to use an Arduino, highly recommend his series. It's super informative, really easy to follow, and you know, it helps you learn how to do this stuff if this is what you want to do. I am really thoroughly enjoying these classes. So this is allowing a user to select which one of these LEDs they want to light up. First thing that we select were not select, but that we created were the variables. Those are the variables that I created were the three strings. My prompt, please select red, yellow, green. String UI, didn't give it a value because that's going to be red later on. String no-go, try again if they make an error. Baud rate, integer, another int for red, yellow, and green pin, or pin 9, 10, and 11. And then I made 2 times 1/10 of a second for wait, and then another time delay for end delay. So whenever it resets, it gives it a second before it asks the question again and restarts the process. In our void setup, the one thing we run runtime, serial begin at baud rate that we picked. Pin mode, red, yellow, and green pin are all set to output. And our void loop, the thing that repeats over and over again, right? We have serial print, my prompt. It's going to ask, well, not ask, but it's going to say, please select red, yellow, or green. While they make their decision, we wait. Once they do, put that user input. We're going to read that string. We're going to set that string to all lowercase so that we get our desired result of whether they select red, yellow, or green. Using digital write as opposed to analog write, because this is just on or off. I do want to rewrite this later on to where they get to actually pick a brightness as well. That means I'd have to change all these digital writes to analog write so that it could use PWM, but that was unnecessary for this assignment. And I was just trying to get it over and done with, because that's the kind of person I am. Was not in the parameters of my clientele, so I did not add it to the code. And then at the end, if they make an error and they don't select red and they don't select yellow and they don't select green, it's going to flash all 3 lights, and then it'll print the no-go statement, which was try again, and then wait 1 second until it asks the my prompt again. So we'll go ahead and from the top, right? Please select red, yellow, or green. Let's say I do it in all caps, red. Selection, it went on ahead and changed it all to lowercase. Red light turned on. Yellow. Right? Green. Cool. Let's say they want to be silly and ask for blue, right? Blue light's very special. Why? I don't know. I'm excited to find out though. Oh, look at that error. Try again. Please select red, yellow, or green. All right? Red. Yeah. And so if you're following along with these courses, if you're doing, I would really recommend you, if you're not doing the other things that he's doing, I keep it in my sketches for like notes purposes, and I just comment it out so that it doesn't affect the code. But that way I have a reminder, little hints if I run into a problem later and I'm like, wait, it was working back then, why isn't it working here? And you know, maybe it's the absolute for remainder. Maybe it's that I didn't select greater than or equal to. Maybe it's because I forgot to use equal and I just tried to put equal, right? Not gonna lie, I did that with this. I had up here, all of this was user input equal red, user input equal yellow, user input equal green. None of it was working and I couldn't figure it out. And I went back to my notes and I was like, oh yeah, silly me, it has to be equal equal. So that's a really great way. But yeah, so if you're following along with that series from Pop McQuarter, I would really recommend keeping these notes like this. Makes it super easy to look them up later on. You can see how they work, you can see how they worked, and maybe why it's not working for you later on down the line. Much appreciate Mr. McQuarter's classes. It's super easy to follow along. Explains everything in a really professional but also casual language, so people like me with dyslexia and ADD have no problem following along. But yeah, I hope this helped. If y'all have any pointers for me, maybe I could have done something here a little bit easier as far as like the flashing thing or something like that, let me know, man. I'm not saying I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. That is probably furthest from the truth. So I'm sure I got some mistakes in here that I could have done a lot better. So if you got any pointers, let me know. Much love. Later on.